Facebook straight away.
Yes, you're on Facebook now, Sam.
Thank you so much, Michael. Hi there. Hi, good day to everybody here. This is Sam Sia from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Okay. Today, okay, we have this meeting every Wednesday in Kuala Lumpur, and we have different speakers coming up each time. And I'm here, joined here with my co-host Michael Saw, 684 from Malaysia as well. I'm going to pass the floor over to you, Michael, to introduce our speaker for today.
Thank you very much, Sam. Now, for those of you who are new to this business and have just joined us,
Once again, Michael, apparently,
let's give a big round of applause to Sam Sia. He is our
Michael,
top
apparently,
leader of our group, Full House Power, which have been organizing this event for more than 6 years.
Michael, we're not live yet. Apparently, according to
I saw it live.
yeah, it is live. It is live. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it is live.
Please continue. Okay.
Okay, for this part of our regular Wednesday Zoom session, we're very proud to introduce successful people in this business who would want to share with us. And today, we are very fortunate and honored to have somebody who is very special. Why do I say that? Because this guy has got more than 25 years working experience in the top few Fortune 500 company. Despite that, he is able to build up a very big and lucrative business in Enagic, a full-time man working for a top 500 Fortune company, yet he's able to spare some time to do something great for himself and his future. Not only that, he has been awarded Enagic's Global Top Performer in 2016. That was the year where we had a global contest. And he became a global top performer. Can you imagine? Wonderful, Malaysia, a Malaysian becoming the top in the world. And he had to collect the award in Las Vegas and also collect his 6A certificate too. And he reached 6A in 6 months, and he's now the owner of a very productive group called Top Gun Kangen Center. He's been having it for the last 5 years. Please give a big hand to our dynamic Enagic performer, Mr. Saiful Mualim. He is 6A6-3. And what he's going to share with us today is sustaining the business is key. That is his topic. Let's give a big round of applause to Saiful. Saiful, if you're ready, you can begin to unmute yourself to share your journey. Thank you. All the top guns are here to hear you, no? Zahid, Noli, Jin Sao Fong. Just relax and share.
Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear, Saiful. Let's give him a big round of applause to give him energy so that he can begin to share with us. Thank you very much.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Mr. Michael. Thank you to Mr. Samsia and the Powerhouse for giving me the opportunity to share today. So before I share, let me introduce briefly about myself. My name is Saiful Mualim. You can call me Saiful. I have been in this business for 6 years now. Thank you to everybody who has been working together with me in this very enjoyable business. Okay, in the beginning, actually, I didn't intend to do the business. This is a point that I want to make. Actually, I was doing the sharing in the beginning. I see a lot of testimonies, and something excites me from inside, to get involved more. So from there on, after 5 months doing the sharing, I decided to do the business. So I only start doing the business after 5 months. More of a spiritual thing actually in the beginning, yeah. All right, so the one who introduced me into the business is Noli Razmi, and another Dash4 leader in Malaysia. So thanks to her for introducing this Kangen water. I bought this in February 2014. All right, why I choose this topic? because I see, I think a lot of sharing already been done on sales. I mean, how you do better sales, how you do closing, how you do marketing and stuff like that. But today I just want to share from my own experience. So if it is of any help to all of you, I think it will be good. If not, just you know what to do actually. So today I'm going to talk about how to sustain the business. Yeah. All right. So before that, maybe you have experienced this. Have you seen somebody as a distributor in the beginning? They were quite excited. Inviting people to the event, gathering people to attend the talk, and stuff like that. But suddenly they disappear. So there's one scenario. Another scenario, maybe you see a 2-3 years distributor. You have seen them doing this business, and then after a while they disappear. Yeah, and you don't know where they are and stuff like that. And then of course you see long time distributor. They have been doing this business for a long time, and one day maybe you met them and they were complaining about how difficult it is to grow, and also they were complaining actually why the network is not expanding and stuff like that. So all this scenario is related to what we call sustainability, how you sustain the business. Yeah, because in any business the key is about sustaining. Yeah, if you don't sustain the business, that means you are not actually reaching the level that you want to be. Yeah, so that is one thing that I want to share. But in any journey, so there are actually three level, that you normally have. The first one will be the foundation, yeah, and then there will be a grow, the grow phases, and also you have the sustainability phases. So this is the journey that you normally have in any business, even in traditional business or even in network marketing business like Kangen business. When you build the foundation, is very easy, because this is where actually the period where you do the trial and error, you test what you learn, and you expanding the business partner and stuff like that. So I'm not going to discuss about this, but maybe I start with how we grow the business. How can we grow the business? Yeah. So to grow the business, it is very important, because if you are not able to grow this business, then you won't reach the sustainability level. Yeah. So in traditional business, normally you have three things. You have the system. The system has to be in place. So what you call the governance system, the assurance system, and then you have the operation management system, and maybe you have the change management system. So and then you have the planning part, the strategic planning part, which is where you have the focus area, the key planning activity, the KPI, the focus area and everything. And then you have the third part, which is the culture. The successful company always always have a very good culture, yeah, in the company, so that this culture will drive the company, because all of the staff, all of the employees, all of the people will work in tandem. Yeah. Okay. But how about network marketing? Yeah. So this is what I learned from network marketing, like in Kangen business. Okay, the first important thing, I'm going to use a lot of pyramid today because it's easier for me to actually share. Okay, the first one is always the 100% duplication. Yeah. So as you know, in Kangen business, especially in our group here in Malaysia, what we have done well actually by the sharing the water. Okay, sharing the water is very important. Today, even Mr. Semsia was telling that it is very important for us to share the water. Let somebody come to our house, take the water, or we go to the people to share the water, and then do the demo. Okay, there are even people who said that no demo, no sale. I tend to believe in this. And of course, the next thing is the event. You see today how actually Mr. Semsia promoting the event, because event is key. Yeah? So many successful network marketing professional always talking about how to grow the business. One of it is about how many people that you take to the event. Yeah, the success of the Kangen business is also depending on how many people that you always take to the event, and of course, how many events that you do. The event does not necessarily seminars or even big, what you call this, training and things like that. But the event can be very small one, like the engagement, reward recognition, like coaching. Like yesterday, I did my coaching with only 5 people, but that is good enough. You can, if you can maintain and sustain, because coaching is also part of engagement. Yeah. All right. So this is the what we call the duplication. But why? It is very simple, but it is not easy. Look, very simple. Just sharing water, demo, and event. But why people cannot do it? You know why? Because they do duplication selectively. Yeah. What I mean selectively, because maybe they can do demo, they can do sharing water, but they don't like to create event. They don't like to take people to the event. You know, so if you do this selectively, then most likely you won't be that successful. That's why I say that the 100% duplication. Yeah. So the next thing, the next thing when you want to grow, you have to have more of a software part. This is what I learned. So the software part, the first one is leadership. Yeah. As you know, leadership is key from the beginning when we embark on the business. Actually, everyone of us here is a leader. You know, none of us is actually not a leader. Everyone has to be a leader so that we can own the business and we can take this Kangen business to the top. Yeah. So in layman term, what is leader actually? For me, leader is somebody who can drive, who can drive a group and can make agreeable or that means able to actually to reach an agreement within a group. As easy as that. There are a lot of people who can talk, who can present, who can have a great idea, but they fail actually to reach an appointment where to reach a point where actually they have an agreement for the group. So this is one of the aspects where actually the leadership is not that effective. Okay, but why leadership is important? So why leadership is important in this Kangen business? Because one, you want to create the environment. You know? So if the environment is not conducive for people to come, to come to you, then very difficult for you to grow the network. So first, you have to make sure it is very conducive for everybody to come and join you. You know. So if you, I have my own theory in leadership. So for example, if you want to have the culture, okay, or the good culture in your what you call this in your business, so you have to make sure that you have the good leadership characteristic in you. The good leadership characteristic in you, I give an example that you have to have that compelling desire. You know, you have that passion. You have that belief. So this is the leadership characteristic. The next thing is the leadership behavior. This is where actually you exhibit. The leadership behavior is something that people can see. So there is a lot of terminology, but I just make it as simple as possible. What you need to do is actually to have to be positive, to be proactive, and to be creative. So you have to be positive, you have to be proactive, and you have to be positive, proactive, and creative. So this is the leadership behavior that you have to show. And of course, last but not least, is for you to have an effective action. So of course, all of this, you have to translate that into action so that you and your group can excel in the business that you do. What I mean effective action is something that can create result. So if there's no result, then it's very difficult for the group to go together with you for a long period of time. So leadership is actually, for us, one is to create that environment so that everybody can be with us. And second one is actually for us to create more leaders. Okay, as we hear many in leadership in leadership training or in any leadership talk, the successful leader is always somebody who are able to create more leaders. So create more leaders. Okay, so this is also part of duplication. That means leaders develop leaders. In Kangen business, we need to develop leaders after leaders after leaders. So the next thing is mindset. This is how we grow. Yeah. So I think mindset, many people, I think have experienced this from the beginning. The first one, I give example as simple as facing the rejection. So I think everybody is facing this. So if you have this right mindset, of course, the sustainability part will be effective. For example, if you're facing the rejection, the effective method, there is somebody who came up this method. They call it 3F. 3F means you have to actually 3F is actually the feel, the felt, and the found. So when we actually relate the story, you have to tell them, this is actually what you feel and what you found, and also to tell them your story regarding to the testimony of the product, of the financial, and also of the spiritual. So mindset is also very important for you to have it correctly. I give another example is the what you call delay gratitude. Like Kangen business is not similar like actually doing the beauty product business. Because Kangen water machine is a premium product. So there is when you do prospecting, there is a method or approach that we should follow so that we are able to have the right mindset. So that is the delayed gratification mindset. Another mindset that I experienced during the beginning is about the managing perception. So when I when I first joined this business, I was actually the general manager of the engineering for the corporate, for the group. So very often they ask me, are you sure you want to be in this business? So for me, it's okay because I have the gut to tell them what's so wrong if I can make 1 million ringgit in a year. So that quiet them a bit lah. Yeah, but for some, maybe it will actually knock them to the wall. Yeah. So there are other mindset that we have. For example, when you do the business, you have to actually you have to be back on zero. That means you have to go to basic because other business may not be the same. So if you make an assumption that this Kangen business is the same with other business, then maybe you are not on the right footing. Yeah. So here, when you want to grow, the key important here is these three elements, where two of them is the soft issue, which is the leadership, the mindset, the soft part, and also the duplication. Yeah, the technical part. But what is actually glue them together? Yeah. What glue them together is actually the belief. So if you don't have the belief, you won't be able to actually go along to actually reach the growth level. Yeah. So before I go into how we sustain the business, so how we can get the belief? This is something that I learned from the beginning. That I use it for my life, my own life, and also in my career. Okay, which is called a pyramid of success. Have you heard about pyramid of success? Pyramid of success. So I use pyramid of success because this is what I know well. Yeah. So what do you want at the tip of the pyramid? At the tip of the pyramid, you need result, right? Okay, you need to close the machine, you need to grow the business or whatever, but you need result because in Kangen business, as you know, Energy give you a very good financial planning. Yeah, financial planning. What is good about Kangen business is that you give 3 I's. In this financial planning, Energy business give you 3 I. What is the 3 I? The first one, from the residual income, from the income that you receive, you can build actually your insurance. So you cover your insurance here from the income. And of course, you have the investment with the income. And the best thing is actually this business, you can actually the family or the family member actually can inherit this business. Yeah. So the beneficiary is also part of the 3 I that I mentioned. Yeah. So people would like to see the result. But before you reach the result, okay, what actually you need before you reach the result? Of course, you need action, right? All the effective action that you need to do, right? So, for example, you create an event, you do a lot of training, coaching, you do a lot of group activities and stuff like that. But before you do all this action, what drives you actually is belief, right? Okay. Now, if you look at the belief that is something come into you, right? So where this belief come from? This belief come from the experiences, yeah? Experiences. So this means if you have that many experiences, you will have what? Many experiences that you do, especially for those who has just started the business. It is very important for you to share a lot of waters, for you to actually make sure that everybody around you is drinking the water, using the water, whatever. Yeah. So you also do a lot of demos. Yeah, basically sharing the knowledge, sharing the water. You do the demos and everything. So what you get out of this? All these experiences is translated into testimonies. Okay, right? So here today in this Kangen weekly meeting, we hear a lot of testimony, right? And this testimony will create strong belief in you. So the higher the testimony, the higher the belief, right? So I just want to relate this because this is very key. This is very key in Kangen business. If you don't have the belief, and if you don't have the strong belief, the sustainability part will be very difficult. So you need to encourage our team to do a lot of sharing as much as possible. You know, like when I just started my business, my own target is always one new sharing per day. So I always have 4 bottles of water in my booth, in my car. So I can share to the stranger, or I even do the prospecting and stuff like that. So this is very key because from there you will get a lot of testimony and you will have a lot of belief. Yeah. So other than this is my own experience. Okay, whoever is doing a lot of sharing, they will have higher belief and they will stay longer in the business. Yeah. All right. So this is just to tell you how important the belief is. But this is really the testimonies. Yeah. The testimony that you have is very important, very key. Yeah? That's why Energy has a philosophy called True Health. True Health. Yeah. Okay. What is true health? Okay. So you have physical health, you have financial health, and spiritual health. Okay. How this relate to true health? Because even if we do the sharing, okay, when you do the sales, okay, I think you learn from many people. Okay, when you do the sales, you need to have all the testimonies with you. Yeah, because people buy the product not only because of the feature, not because of how good your product is, but also how they attracted to you. So how they attracted to you is basically how you relate the story. How you talk from your heart. How you talk from your heart. That means you have to have, in everywhere you go, when you do the business, you have to have your own testimony, your physical testimony, your own financial testimony, okay, and also your spiritual testimony. So this is very important. The 3 testimony that you need to carry with you everywhere. Yeah. So that people will easily get attracted. So I use the word attracted or attractive. Yeah. Okay. So it's very important that we have all this story in you, so that when you actually share Kangen water, you can relate the story with them. Yeah. So now I think we have already know how we actually going to strengthen our belief in Kangen water, how our team is going to be able together with you, continue with your journey. So your journey, this journey can be your self journey. It can be 5-year journey, it can be 10-year journey or 3-year journey. Is something that you can actually chart your journey, but everybody need to have the journey. Yeah. So on the sustainable part, on how to for you to sustain, okay, what I have learned so far actually is for you to understand the requirement. Yeah, what is the requirement? Okay, the requirement for you to sustain actually is all these three, as you know. Number one is you self. Okay, so it's very important. Yeah, so the first one is always self. The second one is always team. Okay, and the third one is what? Guess what? Third one is company. Okay, so this is the requirement, how you're going to sustain the business. But for the company part, sure, every one of you agree already, yeah, that Energy is the best company. Okay, Energy is the pace setter in ionized alkaline water technology. Energy has a good financial background. They are $1 billion company. They give good compensation. So company-wise, there's no issue. Okay, it's taking care. They even have a good support. But how about us? Yeah. Okay. So we were talking about how we're going to arrive at a position where you have a strong belief. Okay. But another key important is team. Yeah. If we cannot grow our team, okay, then the difficulty is for us to sustain our business. Yeah, because we can easily demotivated and we're going to jump to another business or we stop our business. Okay, so this is very important for us to actually be able to grow our team. Okay, then later I'll share you how we actually going to grow together with our team. What I'm trying to say is that if you want to do well in the business, okay, please make sure that you build the team and you grow the team. Yeah, if we don't grow the team, then it will not be very long. As you can see, many of us, maybe you see many distributors, they tend to always focus on sale. Yeah, when they always focus on sale, they after a while they realize they don't have the business partners around. When they don't have the business partner around, they feel demotivated, and later maybe they stop. So team is very important. Always the three requirement that we need to be successful in sustaining the business is always these three things. Yeah, ourselves, the team, and also the company. So now the question is, what is the, if I may actually share, what is the three key things? What is actually the three key things for us to be successful, to sustain the business? Maybe I can put here the soft part also, which is the belief. Yeah. First, the belief. That means the team belief and also the self-belief. Yeah. Both have a strong belief in this business. Okay. The second one is what? Because everybody have a actually they have the big why in this business, right? So when you have a big why, you have to put this into reality, right? How we put actually our big why into reality is we make target. It doesn't matter whether we are in any business, target is key. Target is very important. Okay, so that we will be able to achieve to the level that we want at the time that we want. So target, some people call it KPI. Yeah. And the third thing is monitoring. How many of us monitor our business? How many of us actually monitor the progress of our business? Yeah. Okay. I think this one I have elaborated. So the belief. So maybe we talk about target. I think all of us in business have made a relatively good target, but common issue in making target is because a lot of us only making the lagging target. What is the lagging target? I give example. I want to be in 6A in March 2021, right? Everybody can do that. I want to be 6A2-3 by December 2021. But the question is, how you going to achieve that target, right? So over here, we need another target, which is leading target. Okay, in network marketing, like Kangen, is very simple. What is the leading target? Leading means something that you have to act, something that you have to do so that you get the result, something that you can get the lagging result. For you to reach 6A, for example, in 6 months, like I did before. So for me, last time, I made a very simple target, which is 1 new sharing per day. If you are able to do 1 new sharing per day, okay, you may have a good chance for you to reach 6A within 1 year. Yeah, you may reach it in 4 months, in 6 months, in 8 months, or even a year. But it also depending on the support system, on the follow-up, and also everything. So target is very important, so that when you make this target, it is something which is smart. Yeah. So your target has to be smart. What is smart? Smart means it has to be very specific. Okay, for example, like myself, my target is very specific. 1 new sharing per day, isn't it very specific? Right. Okay, but if you say 1 new sharing or 2 new sharing per week, it's not very specific anymore. So at that particular period, maybe you tend to make excuses and things like that. So it has to be very specific. It has to be very it has to be measurable. It has to be also result and timely. Yeah. So it is very important for the target to be very smart, and you have the lagging and also the leading target. Yeah? Many of us only has the lagging target, which actually going nowhere sometimes. Yeah. All right. So the next thing is monitoring part. Yeah, many people don't like this, even in traditional business, in corporate world. But this is key. Yeah, one of the key success factor for Petronas, being outside Fortune 500 at one time in the 90s, now they become top 100 in the world, is because of the monitoring and also the change management. Yeah, so monitoring is key. Similarly, in our business, when I first joined the business, they introduced me the concept of cycle of success, which is making sense to me, and it works very well, very old style, very conventional, but it works very well. The cycle of success looks like this. This is you. Okay, so why you go out there? Okay, you go out there actually looking for prospect. Yeah, so what you do with this prospect, actually you do a lot of things. You sharing water, you demo and stuff like that. You tend to create more water user. Yeah. So from here, of course, you will have machine owner. Okay. Of course, if you are able to close with you or with your group, you will have many machine owner with you. Then from this machine owner, with the engagement, also with coaching and stuff like that, you will have many business partner with you. Okay, so this is where actually the interesting part. If you have, if you started to have 1, 2, 3, or 4 business partner, they will excite you and for you to go further. And of course, things that we desire is for us to have more business leaders. Yeah, leaders means something who can do. Who can take charge, who actually communication is key. We do the follow-up, we do the communication to all. Yeah. So this is what we call cycle of success that we follow. Yeah. All right. But how are we going to monitor? Okay, as an engineer, I designed a very simple feedback system. Okay. All right. So it's very easy. Okay, you have a lot of prospect coming in. Okay, if let's say you have 1 new prospect a day, 1 new sharing per day, you will tend to have more and more prospect coming in. Yeah. So here, okay, is a function there, and this is the success. Yeah. So what is the success rate? If let's say you do the demo, what is the success rate of your demo? Okay. Then of course, if it is not successful, you keep following up. You keep them maybe in a user group, to share the testimony of the business, testimony of the physical and things like that. Yeah. So this is where actually you monitor what is the success rate to have the machine owner. Yeah. So if let's say your success rate is 5%, then you going to strive harder so that you can get maybe 10% or even 15%. Yeah. All right. So if you don't have this, of course, you don't know where you are. Yeah, this is where actually your leading target will be able to guide you whether you are on the right track or not. Then you adjust accordingly. Target is something that you can change, but you have to change systematically. Yeah. Okay, what happened to the machine owner? Of course, everybody wanted to make sure that all the machine owner will be joining you together to do the business, right? So of course, there are many things that we need to do. Okay, so the next thing is you have to make sure that all these machine owner will join you to do the business. So again, you monitor the success rate. Okay, taking them to the event, giving them coaching, do some engagement, and you again monitor the success rate here, right? So maybe out of 20, yeah, 20 machine owner, maybe you have 10%, yeah. So that is something that you can monitor whether you can get more, or you wanted to get more, or you wanted to double up your success rate, or things like that. So this will be going on, and this is one way on how you're going to monitor your your success rate. Okay, so I have still a bit more time, I guess. All right. So what is missing then? So what is missing? Yeah. So what is missing? I always have this 7-step in Kangen business and also in network marketing. So the first one will be prospecting, right? So let's recap. Okay. Some people call it prospecting and inviting. Maybe I use red color. Okay. And then the second one will be demo and presentation. Okay. All right. And the third one is follow up. Another important activity, okay, that we do. Okay. And of course, people will do closing. This is where actually we launch the business, okay, and things like that. But is that all? Yeah. So in my 7-step of network marketing and Kangen business, okay, there are 3 more steps that we need to do. The first thing is get it started. Okay, because this is where actually you address the expectation. Many of our new distributor, they left early because the alignment in expectation is not done. That means after we close the machine and after they got excited to join the business, we did not sit down and get it started. So this is where actually you need to align with them. Okay, if let's say they wanted to make 100,000 in 3 months, you know. So the next question will be how much hours that they want to spend in this business and things like that. And we actually discuss and align with them in terms of getting the right target, yeah, so that he will not be disappointed, over expected or under expected and things like that. So that's one, yeah. And second, actually for them to have the right mindset. Again, we need to show them the nature of the business, okay, the approach, and also the expected things that they need to expect for the next few months in the business. So get it started is very important after we do the closing. Sit down with them, take effort to take, in Malaysia we call it teh tarik session. Now maybe very difficult to have teh tarik, but maybe we can have an online, yeah. So the next thing is the engagement session. Okay, engagement session is also very important. So like yesterday's session was actually an engagement session, but it became a coaching session because during this engagement session, the key thing is for us to listen to our group, you know, because sometimes you will never know that they have issues that will become their stumbling block, you know, become the road blocker. And sometimes this is only petty, you know, so you have to have that engagement avenue so that they are able to actually share with you what the problem is. Yeah. And from there, you provide the solution. Don't worry about whether it's right or wrong. A good leader is always giving solution, is always make a decision. Yeah. It's better than people who don't make anything, yeah, who don't make any decision and things like that. So engagement is key. So when you do the monitoring. One way actually to monitor the progress is actually during that engagement session. How you set the target is actually during that engagement session. That engagement session can be with your upline partner or upline partner and so forth. So this is very key, and it will energize. It will energize our group. It will motivate them, and they see that they have somebody to hold to. So it's very important for do this engagement. And last but not least, as Mr. Semsia said, it's all about event. Okay, so we have to start small. When we are 1A or 2A distributor, we can do as much as maybe we can start with organizing a coaching session. So this is where your leadership actually take into the picture. So very important. These three. This is what is normally missing. Okay. From my experience, these three part is normally missing. Get it started. Okay. Engagement and also the event. So a lot of us only waiting for Mr. Semsia to arrange for the event, but actually we can create many events. Small scale event, medium scale event, big scale event. This will actually, they will see us more of a leaders, than only see Mr. Semsia as a big leader. So leaders is also about visibility. Then all of us have to do it. Okay, maybe I have another 5 minutes. Is that correct, Mr. Michael?
Yeah, you can have another 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. Okay, so this is from my experience in this kind of business, how it is very important for us to actually engage our people. So our team. So this is where the team come from to grow our business. Okay. So one last thing to summarize. Actually, in anything that we do, okay, we have to take care about 3 things. Okay, the first thing is always the people. Okay, the second one is always the system, and the third one is always the process. So anything that we do. So when we talk about the people, always talk about how actually the people will impact the business. Is basically about the leadership, about the mindset, okay, and about the belief. So this is very important to our team and also to self. The next thing is the system. System is all about duplication. So this means of course there are a lot more duplication item here, but I'm just listing the key here, which I think is very important, especially to the people who are just in the business. So just share the water. You will see a lot of testimony that will excite you, that will excite the group. And demo is also very important. Of course, some people successful, they are very successful in doing the demo, but they are very strong in other area. So important that we do the demo, and also we create as many events as possible, so that the business can grow. The third one is the process. Okay, process as I mentioned here is maybe we can see. Let me see the cycle of success that I mentioned just now. This is the process. Okay, and the monitoring part is also the process. Okay, the 7th step is also the process. So you have to have this 3 things: the people, the system, and also the process. So I think this is a very short sharing that I can give today. Maybe Mr. Michael. So I think if you have any question or anything that you like to know, maybe if we have time, we can actually take question. If not, maybe I leave it to Mr. Michael.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay, maybe I have a question for. I have a question for Saiful. Thank you so much again, Saiful, for coming on. Let's all give Saiful a big hand, everybody. Okay, I'm sure y'all pick up a lot of gems there. Okay, we want to address this. Saiful, you were actually still working for Petronas full-time. You're one of the general managers there, and yet you were doing Kangen on a full-time basis. Can you please elaborate a bit on that?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Semsia. I expected this question. As I mentioned to you, I did not actually intend to do this business in the beginning. I was telling Noli in the beginning, I just wanted to be healthier. You know, I just wanted to consume the water. But it struck me after 1 month consuming the water, and I feel more energetic when I travel around the world. I did not have this jet lag. That was really amazed. My blood pressure was stabilized. So that really excited me. So then when I start sharing about 4 to 5 months, a lot of my friends giving me a lot of good feedback, you know. So that really deep down inside, I got excited. That really triggered me to do the business. I did not even understand to be frank, I did not even understand the marketing plan until I reached 4A. You know, that time Noli asked me to see my bank account, and I saw some money coming in from this business. Wow, this is great. I mean, you can share good product, give good impact to people, and you have good money. So and then after that, I start realize that hey, one day, because I already decided to retire early actually, and this year I will retire actually. So retire early, and I thought that this is good for me to carry along after I retire from the company, you know. So that's why I keep moving. I never look back. I just apply what I learned in my company in Petronas. So I use most of my leadership skill in actually getting the our building the team, and it really amazed me. You know, I mean, the income that I have in the first year from this business is huge. You know, I mean, it's really excite me. And what more, I was actually the top performer in year 2016. That really something that I did not expect. But me as a person, I always have a very I have a good plan. I always apply the my leadership skill in building the team. So it really excites me actually, Mr. Sam. Yeah.
Wow, that's real great sharing, Saiful. Sorry, I was not able to answer you earlier because I was muted. But you have shared a lot of wonderful insights, valuable insights. And I think for those who are wondering whether they could do it or not, there should be no more doubts. Because for a guy like you, working, full time in a large corporation, senior position, yet you are able to find time in the evenings and your spare time to build this into a really big business. This should be a great incentive and a great inspiration to many. Thank you for agreeing to share. Let's give Saiful another big round of applause. Your energy is superb.
Thank you.
Your energy is
Thank you very
superb.
much. If I can say one thing, I always treat this business as a full time. So all of you here never said that this is your is your part time business. Once you say part time, that's it. So you have to treat business as a full time. That's why I always say this is my second full time business. So I treat this business seriously. Even if you have 3 business, you have to say this is my third full time business. So this is just my my sharing. So thank you very much to everybody who are here together. So thank you.
Don't go yet.
Thank you, Mr.
Don't go
Samsia.
yet. You got such powerful and valuable insights to share with us. Don't go yet. I got one
I'd like
question for you. Yes, sir.
I need to say something to just make it clear for the people, for the audience here today. Saiful achieved the status of back a few years ago. He was the world champion in his category, you know, while still having a 9 to 5 job. Just now you mentioned about Saiful was he top in the contest. That was a global contest. He was #1 in the global contest for Energic as a 6A2-2 then, I believe. All right. Or 6A2, I'm not sure. But in that category, you were the world champion in the whole of Energic while you still had a full-time job working 9 to 5. And you managed to do it by making Kangen your second full-time job. That was really the secret formula to your success, to being a world champion.
Really remarkable, Sam.
Exactly.
Thank you very much. Thank you all of you. Good luck. Hopefully all of us success in the Kangen business.
Do you have any more special what they call secrets to share to motivate those who are stuck, like you say, or those who are wondering whether to start their journey or not? You know.
At the end of the day, Saiful, I suppose what is very important for your success and for anyone's success in anything that we do in life, and especially for the Kangen business, is your belief in the Kangen business. So if your belief in the Kangen business is your stumbling block, work on that belief.
Yes.
That is so critical.
If you believe, this is like me. Every day I take this box with me. I call it the Kangen Magic Toolbox. I have this every day in my bag. So after the meeting, after I have a casual break, I always do demo. So I mean, if you don't have that belief, you won't be able to do this. So as simple as that.
Thank you for sharing your magic box.
Saiful, can you show can you show the box one more time?
And show what's inside your magic box.
This is the box. Inside you got all the demo tools. You got all these.
Can you show it into the camera?
You have this tea bag, okay, for the microcluster test, and then you have this pH tester, okay, right, for the pH level, and then you have this. This is cooking oil. I put it in a smaller bottle, okay, and then of course you have this chlorine tester, something that you normally get. Okay, and then of course I have this 6 cup. Okay, and of course I have this iodine. Okay, and I also bring rice. And this is towel. That's all. So I close many machines from this toolbox.
You don't have an ORP meter with you?
Yes, of course. I have ORP meter, simple one with me. This is the first one, but the one that I carry all the time is the one without the wire, so it's easier for me to take to everywhere. The rest are all actually waters inside my bag. So anyone who like to have this box can contact my Kangen Center.
This is such a simple technique, but so effective. I thank you for sharing this with all of us, because many of us want to go and talk to people, want to share with people, then we forget, tanda tool, no tool, no pH, things like that. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for letting us know your secret.
By the way, Saiful, are you attending GoPro in December by Eric Worre?
Yes.
Right.
4 of us.
Okay. How many people are you bringing from your team to GoPro?
Actually, they and their group. I'm taking with me about three of them.
Fantastic.
Mm.
Any other?
They have their own group. Yeah.
Any other further tips for the new guys, for the new people who are joining the business, especially?
I mean, you have to enjoy doing this, because in my experience, of course, in the beginning, they will quite skeptical. It's okay. They won't hit you. They won't hit you. But after you show them how the pH tester works to show the different level of pH, they start getting excited. And 99% after they receive the demo, they come back to me. Thank you, Saiful. I've never known about this, If not because of you showing me, I'll keep drinking this and that, that kind of thing. So something which is, for me, will excite you deep down inside. So this will keep me going. Yeah. So just do a lot of sharing. Your belief will increase. Okay. So make the target. Like Mr. Mr. Chin. Mr. Chin just now talked to you about the GoPro. So he made a target of 1 demo per day. Mr. Romy in US, he was making 3 demo per day in the beginning. Okay, so for me, 1 sharing per day. So you just select any leading target that you like and you follow strictly. follow religiously. Be disciplined. So in anything that you do, first you have to have a system. You have to be disciplined. Okay, and you make sure that all this become your culture. That's all. Very simple, right? So I always talk about 3 things because it's easy for me to remember and easy for everybody to remember, right? That's all.
Yeah.
So what are the 3
simple.
things one more time, just to recap the 3 things, the 3 simple things?
Yeah, the system, okay, and then you have to have the discipline, and also you have to have the culture, okay. So the culture only come when you have the belief. Anything that you do, even in the corporate world, if your company do not have a specific culture that is embedded, where the people cannot move together in tandem, you will not be very successful.
Thank
So
you
your
for
mantra
showing
is-
us a simple system where we can do, where your downline can duplicate.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
Thank
So
you.
that's why in duplication, we have to adopt the approach called phases. You know, phases, FACES. You know. Okay, so what is it? The first one has to be fun. That's why when we do demo, don't demo like a scientist. So we have to be fun. You know, you have to let the PS tester to be with our prospect or customer so that they can be part of it. Start, you know, two-way communication. You know, listen. Yeah, don't argue. Be a coach. Be a consultant. You know, so that they have become attractive. Tell the story, yeah, from your heart. You know, tell the story from your heart. So make it fun. And then the next thing is anywhere. Anywhere mean like what I said. You can do anywhere. You can demo anywhere. Even my group do the demo on top of the car booth, the car roof, even beside the drain system, everywhere underneath the tree. So just do, because this Kangen business is not like other business where you clock from 8 or from 9 to 5. This business is actually into your all parts of your life. Do it anywhere, everywhere. You came out from the market, from the mall, from everywhere. You can just share. When you see people actually walking with a stick, you can just greet them and ask, you know, how can we help? And just give the water. As easy as that. Yeah. Okay. So the next thing is all easy. Yeah.
Saiful, you have not finished your phases. You have only touched on
Oh,
FACES. Mana dia?
So the next thing is it has to be very cheap. This is cheap, right? It's very cheap. People easy to duplicate. Even if you cannot do this, what I recommend to you is only to bring this PS tester into your pocket. Just do like that and put this into the handbag if you are a lady. That's it. Okay, so when you are in a restaurant, you have your Kangen water, of course, like me. I always bring this for the last 6 years already. Okay, the first thing they see, they wonder why you are bringing this this purple color bottle. They already, you know, I mean, wondering, you know, why you bring this kind of bottle. The next thing is just to take, you know, empty glass, you know, take the tap water or take the mineral water in front of you and test. That's how we get started. Even if you cannot bring this box, you can still bring this pH tester. Right? So many things. Okay, so it has to be cheap. And what else? It has to be effective. It's effective, right? Yeah, it has to be very effective or excellent. That means it has to be excellent. What you call something that they've never seen. Yeah. And the next thing is it has to be very simple. So excellent, simple, cheap, anywhere, and it's fun. So what is called phases.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing all your secrets of success. It's joy listening to you. We cannot let you go so easy, but I suppose, Sam, our time is already
Okay,
almost.
now we are actually now we have overshot our time already. So one more time, once more, we would like to show our appreciation to you. Let's all give
Yes.
Seafood
Thank you
Saiful
very
a big
much,
hand.
Sifu Saiful.
And you can also type in your, your words of appreciation in the chat box for Seafood Saiful. Thank you so much, Saiful. So I think all good things must come to an end. I'll let you wrap it up, Michael.
Thank you very much, Sam, our team leader for Full House Power, for organizing this wonderful event. And we should also extend our thanks to Cora too for her great help. We have to all wish Sifu Saiful one more time, no? Great success and thanks for all his valuable sharing today. And I believe if you want to grow in this business, please bring more people to come and attend this sharing session. Sam has a lot of wonderful people all lined up for you, for our success. Thank you, Sam, and thank you for all those who have shared today, and also thank you, Mr. Saiful Mualim. More
Thank you,
success
Saiful.
to you. More
Okay,
success.
can everybody turn on your video? We're going to take a group photo, all right? And y'all can unmute yourself to say your buys and say thank you to Saiful. Okay, 1, 2. I'm going to count of 3. At the count of 3, everybody say Kangen. 1, 2, 3. Kangen. Okay, at the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Say Kangen.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you, everyone.
One more time. 1, 2, 3. Kangen.
Thanks,
Mr. Saiful, Mr. Sam,
very much.
thank you,
Thank
Saiful.
Thank you.
Michael,
Thank you, Sam.
everybody.
Thank you, Sonia.
Thank you,
Thank you, Master Saiful. Power.
Cool. I think you cannot sabut now. We have to call you back
Thank you,
once
Mr.
again to come back and share.
Great success. You're
Thank you.
awesome. Thank you. Love you.
Love you, mashallah.
Thank you, Saiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, all.
Thank you.